Okay, folks. So we're going to run through a demonstration on how to not be owned on the internet. And I'm going to do this really quickly because this is actually pretty simple. So people go to bad websites. You go to look at pornography. People go to gambling sites, that type of thing. There's always lots of malicious content there. You could get hit. If you notice here on this site on Playboy.com, which now sells clothes instead of pornography. Okay. Um, there's lots of JavaScript, lots of image things, iframes, domain shenanigans, things that could potentially be used in manipulating the page to trick you into clicking something. So that's number one. Number two, if you're looking to go towards another site that has lots and lots of content, the more stuff you have, the more interactive it is, the more potential avenues of redirection and drops there are. So, how do we get rid of those and how do we make this safer? So, let's run through that. I'm going to turn on my client and connect in, and mine's going to use my biometric auth because I don't like passwords. So, here we go. Connect that up, picture my face. And I'm done. That's the agent doing its thing. All the back end is doing its reconfiguration. All the magic is happening on the far end of this. I'm the user. I'm just using the internet. Notice I didn't do any more password stuff because I don't like passwords. Now, if I go back to that same page and reload it, what you'll see is that Playboy is not blocked. So we have a policy that says pornography typically has lots of bad things bouncing around in it. So therefore, Playboy pornography is blocked. I've stopped someone from potentially interacting with malicious content. If I go back to another site that's allowed, but has a lot of potential areas where there could be a compromise, a drop, or redirect, notice the CR. That's the site being scrubbed in real time out in the cloud and the content rendered to me safely. Notice I went from hundreds of iframes and JavaScripts and redirects and domain shenanigans down to a few. If you go look at the source code for this page now, you'll see it all actually is safe rendered content. Now, lastly, if I'm trying to go to a website that we know that Google or whoever else tells us is phishing, which this is a phishing site guaranteed all day long, security alert, this URL has been identified as a phishing site. So we're going to tell you one more time. For security reasons, the site will be opened in read-only mode. Now, what does this mean? We're giving you access to the content in a safe way because you might need this for some purpose of work. However, the interactivity of the site where you would physically enter your usernames and passwords and those types of things, we're going to remove it. So if we go look at this contact us, which you can imagine this could be enter your username, enter your password, enter your bank creds, whatever. You can see the form. Here's my fingers. You'll hear me typing. I physically cannot interact with that content. I can't put the stuff in there. So we've limited the ability of the user to cause a compromise or infection. Wasn't hard for the user. The internet works. Everything looks like it's supposed to look like. If you go look at YouTube, YouTube looks like YouTube. Pick your whatever. The internet works. It's not clippy. It's not kludgy. You're just doing what you need to do, and things are safer.
ZT Edge, the simple, affordable way to move to zero trust security.